Hey, what's up guys, Joker here again. So when this video comes out, it'll be Wednesday, December 1st, 2 days before early access for Endwalker. So I thought I'd make a video that's, more timely and more accurate. And of course, it has to be a tier list. Um, you know, I wish I'd have my reactions on it, but I think it is better for me to just get this out of the way and do it earlier rather than having my reactions. Sorry about that, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to hear me. So let's get into it. So of course, you have to start with Paladin first. This is the best class in the game. This is what I play. This is what I main. I think that's why I'm also making this too. It's like, what do you want to main? I think, job gear is not really the most important thing because there's gonna be better gear in the end. But like, job gear is gonna be, is gonna be a factor of what to go play first. You look at this is Paladins. Like, dude, okay, Paladin is the main class for Endwalker, so it's gonna be obviously amazing. Look at this. Let me look at it like in a better context. Yeah, here it is. Like, this is it. This is so sick. I mean, when I first saw this in the trailer, I mean, I loved it. I loved the Paladin gear. It looks so good. It's the best class. The sword looks great too. Perfectly matches the shield. Perfectly matches the armor. I really don't have too many critiques about the armor because it looks really good and it's just really solid. And in fact, when you look at it here, it just looks even better. Because this is the human model, so it's gonna look a little different than different races and stuff like that. It just looks so good. It just looks so good. I think it's the easiest S tier you can put in this. Now let's go to Warrior. Warrior, I feel like is really great and really solid, but I feel like the problem is when you go and you look at it, it's just an iteration of other job gear that you've seen in the past. Like I like the axe. I like the helmet too. I like how that's Norse themed ish, and you also the armor, like the jacket and stuff like that. I like it a lot, but I just feel like it's an iteration, and that's why it has to be like an A. I don't feel like they really excel in any way. Like, I feel like for Paladin, like, this is a good example. This is the 50. They have substantially improved Paladin. I feel like every single time, to a point where it's like it just gets better and better. And for the Warrior, my problem is with Warrior is it just feels like Warrior just stays the same and they kind of just iterate on the same thing, even though that same thing is really really good. So yeah. So next is Dark Knight. Now, I feel like Dark Knight goes back to what the Paladin was. To be honest, the Dark Knight ones, I really did not like any of them except for that level 81. I can't remember if it's 60 or 70 where it has like the nipple tape over the nipples. It looks so ugly. It just is so terrible. This looks so cool. This looks so awesome. The sword looks great. I think that's also been a problem. I did not like the relic weapon for Dark Knight. The level 81. I do not like that look at all. I like the as you're trying to get it, the versions of the Zweihander or whatever it's called actually look really good, but then it's like the final version looks really bad, which was confusing to me. This is so sick. I just like everything about this armor, and to be honest, I feel like this armor is better than Paladin. It's tough for me to say that, but I think this is probably the best set in out of all the level 90 jobs. This is the best one, and I think it's I wanted to say it's not even close, but I think it's like really close between this and Paladin. But I do think the Dark Knight is substantially better. This is what I've been waiting for, what I've been waiting to see. Finally, Dark Knight job gear doesn't look like a complete and utter crap. No. I almost wanted to cry because as soon as I saw this, I was just like, this is so cool. Like it's actually just amazing how all the tank gear just looks so good. What I really like is the collar. I feel like this white on the collar really juxtaposes the gold, you know, right here, like braiding down the jacket. The black looks really good. The weapon looks really good. I love the color scheme they went for, this black and gold. The the eye thing is a little take it or leave it, but I do like it. This is probably one of the better, you know, one eye patch type things they've done. It looks really good. It fits the Gunbreaker aesthetic really well. I really like this jacket a lot. I also love the 80 job gear for Gunbreaker 2. I feel like this is just something completely different from that, especially with the colors. I think it's more slimmed down and toned, and just way better. I just love the aesthetic of Gunbreaker, and it's just nuts how, you know, tank. I mean, look at that. That's tank. 3 are S and 1's an A, and honestly, you could make an argument for Warrior being an S too. I just feel it's too iterative. I feel like it's just too samey. Like other ones, they aren't samey. They just keep improving. Like you especially see with Paladin, you especially see Dark Knight. This is by far the best job gear from Dark Knight, and Gunbreaker is just incredible. So let's go to the healers. It's kind of weird how these two match up with each other, but okay. So this is White Mage. I haven't leveled White Mage yet, but I mean I've seen White Mage gear, and I feel like this perfectly matches White Mage. Really good. I like the red fluffs. I like the white. The staff looks really cool. It's kind of unique. It looks kind of like a unicorn with wings. I think I like that a lot. I just like this White Mage gear a lot, and I can see people like using this as their glamour rather than whatever they have in the future where it's the cap gear, because this thing looks really good. Even if it's gonna be like, oh, he's just wearing the job gear, it's like, well, the job gear looks really nice. Now Scholar, I did see a video for male, and the male one looks way better on Scholar than it did. Oh man, I wish I could see it, show it to you, but it looks better. It's this white thing in the middle is gone. It's more same color. The hat is gone. It looks more regal and more astute, and I actually generally like it better than this female model. So it's kind of tough for me to judge it by this and like say this. Like honestly, the female one is a B, and I think the male one is an S. So in order to split the difference and be fair to the other ones that didn't judge on the different genders, I'm gonna just give it an A. I don't like the hat. I think the hat thing is stupid in Scholar. I don't care if it's supposed to be, oh, I'm an academic, I'm in academia, whoa, whoa, whoa. I just generally don't like it. I think, well, honestly, the hat always kills it. I think the book is just not, I've seen better books. I've read better books too. Um, but like generally, like it's just like the hat and book kill it for me. Everything besides that, it's like head, like below the head, everything is like really good. I like the cuffs, this white cuffs. I like the white chest in the middle. I like the coloring. I think it looks really nice. But like I said, I mean, like try to find something where it's like a level 90 Scholar male, because I really like that one more. It is way better. It's more, the jacket is closed, so it's not open, and you see this like white undershirt, and I actually do generally like it more. And like I said, I just don't like the whole academic hat thing look. I really hated the, I think it was a level 50. It looked so stupid. It made you look so dumb. And oh my god, I had to beat Astral again. This one is by far the worst one. It is by far the worst set. I don't even think we need to even get into a debate about why it's the worst one. When you the level 90 male Astrologian set is what I figured it out. Very honest, I looked it up. Yeah, so he is wearing the Astral gear for males. It looks so stupid. This looks so dumb. I don't even care what you're saying. Why is this person wearing sandals? I just noticed that actually. The turban is stupid. The dress is dumb. I mean, like, astrologians just look, honestly, by far the dumbest class looking. Just by far on any set, they look so stupid. Um, um, the globe is just really dumb. I just don't like it. It's just so unappealing. Sage, Sage is complicated for me. Um, I think Sage is okay. I think it goes back to um this is first it's the first time you're seeing a Sage job gear. Um, I really don't like it. It reminds me too much of the level 50 scholar. It actually just in general reminds me way too much of the level 50 job sets. Too much where it's just so bland. There's just nothing really, out there about it. I don't like it. It's just too bland in my opinion, and it's just okay for that. I mean, there's really nothing you can say to me to change my mind because I think it's just okay. It's just a passable set, but it's its first one, so it doesn't matter. Now let's start with another terrible one, the monk one. This one looks so bad. Again, this is an example of them doing this one eye patch type thing, and it's horrible. Like his eye is basically covered. Like where do you see? How do you see out of this eye? You can't. You can't. Like why is that there? Um, I don't like the tribal tattoo thing when there's like a manor shirt you get for a tank that is it looks so ugly, it looks so weird. It's like why is this even here? And then you get to the bottom, this bottom is like all right and stuff like that. It kind of just matches the monk aesthetic, but in general I just don't like the look of monk. I really like the Stormblood one. I think that one was like, I think the Stormblood one was like a B. I feel like this one is like, it could be better and you can improve it better by like easily. I mean, by the end of this, I might actually put it at F just because it's that terrible. Dragoon. Dragoon looks like you're from the year 2095 and you just came back to the past and you're like, yo, what's up? There's like, we can fly now, but I mean, we could already fly, but it's futuristic and it's like, oh, it was already it's even more futuristic. It's like Tron world, and then they're like, what's Tron? And he's like, okay, just get through the time portal and let's go. um this, I think, is really good. I mean, after all I said all that, I really like this lance, kind of going like for a pseudo Reaper look right here with the scythe type action here. I like the color scheme, I like the designs of it. um but it's kind of weird how it just doesn't aesthetically match anything else in the set, really. um and it kind of looks like, um those augmented sets. It kind of looks like one of those, weirdly. um I think honestly it's a B, and I like Dragoon a lot. I wish it was better, but yeah. And here we go with Ninja. I gotta say, like, somehow Ninjas is worse than it's worse than Monk. This purple blue, whatever it's called, I really don't like it at all. I there's just nothing to say. I don't like anything in this gear. I think it's just really terrible. It's not as bad as Australogian, but like it is horrible. It's just like, how did they come up with this? Like, it just does not look good. I don't even like the weapons. Like, the weapons are like weird. It's like they're not daggers or short knives or something like that. They're like legit like short swords. It's like it kind of doesn't match what ninja, the ninja aesthetic. This looks like just like bad in general. It's just, I don't like it. It's visually just unappealing to me. Samurai. Now, Samurai goes back to what I was saying before. This is a reiteration of that. I think it was the level 70 set. The real samurai wandering thing with the hat. This is like just a different aesthetic of it. Okay, so we don't have that weird hat anymore. We have that red and black, and it's pretty regal, pretty cool. The blade looks sick. I like the samurai gear light a lot, but like I do have to take it down a bit, and I do think it's a B, and not an A, just generally because I feel like it's even more samey than the warrior. I mean, at least the warrior changed up a couple things. You can make an argument. It's like they did make some changes and stuff like that. When you look at the, the chest and you see the two, snake-looking things and stuff like that, and the collar is definitely different. Definitely the skirt is different, but I think it's just the color pattern is. I've seen this too many times, and it needs to like change. We need to go out of red and black. There are more colors in the rainbow than just red and black, especially for samurai. That would look better. Also, what's kind of weird is like, why is there this blue down here, just randomly? So generally, I do like the set, but it's just I feel like it's even more samey than Marauder, Reaper. What can I say? You look like one of those guys who goes out in the farm and has a scythe and is just cutting it down. I mean, this looks like a mix between like bard and a farmer, and I mean bard and botanist. I mean, with that weird feather you have there at the top. The weapon looks cool. The pants look cool, but like I said with Sage, I feel like this is just it's it's okay. It's the first set you're seeing. It's okay. It definitely could be way better. But like I said, you look kind of like a farmer. If I'm being honest, that hat really throws me for. It's like you kind of look like a farmer. But yeah, so there's that. Now on to speaking of Bard. I feel like Bard always has to have this weird hat. And this hat looks honestly cool. I do like the Bard set a lot. I like how the white juxtaposes the gold, the silver, and the black, obviously. The bow looks really cool. I think the hat, what really has shifted my opinion of Bard is the hat is less crazy than ever. Pretty tame for Bard. I mean, the Amon hat is one I'm thinking of where it's like getting really out there and like really crazy. You look like you're at Mardi Gras. This is a really good hat. And this is honestly a really good set. I like Bard set a lot. This is honestly the first Bard set I will say I like. There's some real bad sets for Bard. I played it through 80, so I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, generally really liked it. Now we go into Machinist. I like the gun in Machinist right here. I think that's where you're gonna start. This thing looks really cool. It's really, I think it is kind of more different from the traditional Machinist guns that are a little longer and a little bigger. You're noticing this white chest a lot, and I'm starting to notice that, and it may be affecting my opinion of a lot of classes going forward. But they're using this white chest a lot, especially on the females. The head I think matches the aesthetic of Machinist. Apparently, and when you also look at the the mech you got here, kind of matches right there. So I'm not gonna take off for that. I think the steampunk aesthetic really works for Machinist, and it's kind of a pseudo one. The leather, you can see the metal vials and stuff like that. So generally, I like it. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's great. I think mostly because there's some sets that are kind of similar in Machinist, and I think it goes back to what I'm saying with Samurai is they need to try something else rather than going for the same thing they've done a bunch of times. And it's fine, it looks good and stuff like that, but like I said with Samurai, it's too safe, and maybe try to do something that's a little out there. And here we go with Dancer. Honestly, I think this is hot. I think that's what the Dancer is supposed to be. This really looks like really similar to the Dancer model in like Octopath Traveler, to be honest. I think it might be just palette swapped. I think the Dancer weapon looks really cool. It's a little different from the chakrams, so that you're used to seeing, so I like it in that sense. I'm gonna put it at A. I think it looks really good. I really like it. So that's physical. Here's Black Mage. The funny thing is Black Mage looks more like a Reaper than Reaper looks like a Reaper. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Like I feel like it's just really good. again, the patch thing is something I don't like. But when you look at the hat, it's also like, dude, I started in like, you know, the chest area. Not because she's a female, but like that's just generally what I'm looking at. The staff I think looks really cool, but like when you look up to the head, it's just ugh. It's like, okay, guys, can we come up with a different hat? Do we need the hat? If we had the eye patch thing, um, the I guess gown, for lack of a word, looks I think on point for Black Mage. Kind of look like a voodoo, you know, spellcaster and stuff like that. I think it's I think it's gonna be the best B. I think that's for sure. And then Summoner. Oh my god. Dude, Summoner, you just somehow Summoner always looks stupid. I mean, I've never liked that horn thing, and I understand it's a story reason and stuff like that, but like I've never liked the horn thing. It just looks so dumb. You don't need it. Just have like a band instead of the horn. Just have a band, and then the robe, gowns. I just don't. I just don't like it. It could have been better. That's just generally my opinion. And like, why is it looking the same as Phoenix when Phoenix was like 80? So I don't get like why it's looking the same as Phoenix now, but maybe the 81 should have. So Red Mage. Red Mage, in my opinion, is a factor of I'm looking at it last. I've seen a lot of things, and it really looks the same. It just looks like a better version of that first Red Mage set you get. You know, you have a cape now. There's black on the chest. You know, like a little like cloak thing over you. That the cape. That's, you know, that's what the cape is attached with. You now have a feather. Like I said, I don't like the feathers. The orb looks cool. I think the blade looks really sick. But honestly, I feel like Red Mages is a solid C because it really is the epitome of C. It is too safe. It is the last. Well, it's the sad thing is it's the last one I'm looking at. But to be honest, it's like really the definition of what I was saying of what that safe stuff. It is just too safe. Even if the sword and the orb look really good, I think that's what makes it the best C in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, there it is. That's what I put up. I did not go for this pyramid look to like be balanced and stuff like that. I really think that this is where it is. You know, if you put a gun on my head, I might change just because Samurai, Dragoon are more favorite classes. I might swap them with Dancer and put them in A. But I feel like they're Bs generally. I think S tier. When you're looking at it, there's gotta be only a set amount of S's. I think maybe 4. 4, 5 is the max you can have. And generally, you look at them. I don't have a difference. I'm not changing my opinion. I think that those 4 are clearly the best ones in this. They're clearly the best in the entire. What am I looking? What am I looking for? Just like the entire sets. Out of all of them, these 4 are the best. I mean, so let's recap: Dark Knight, Paladin, Gunbreaker, White Mage, A, Marauder, Scholar, Bard, Dancer, B, Black Mage, Machinist, Samurai, Dragoon, C, Red Mage, Sage, Reaper, D, Monk, and then Scholar, and then F, Ninja, and Astrologian. Those 2 are by far the worst, and if you talk me into it, I could put Monk down there too, because that is really a horrible one too. But yeah, this is what my thoughts are on the job sets. It kind of ran long, but you know, that's how these job set ones kind of go for me. So, you know, take care, guys. You know, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys join. Endwalker comes out in 2 days. Until then, bye.